Hello and welcome to a very special presentation of Atomic Geekdom's Wrestling, or Ringside Geeks, I guess we could call it. We do a callback to an episode of live Ringside Geeks, or a recorded video. I don't know, whatever. It's not a podcast, but it's a podcast. I don't know what they call podcasts anymore today, but this is not this video, but we're here anyways. We're here to talk about Money in the Bank. You see in the corner there, that's what we're talking about today. Joining me to do that is Kyle.
Hey, what's up? Who's ready to talk wrestling?
If you enjoyed the wrestling talking that we're going to do tonight, we do a Money Bank game, my GM mode playthrough competition with a buddy of ours named Brandon. That's on this webpage right now. There's only 2 episodes posted, but hopefully by the end of this 4-day weekend with 4th of July, everybody having off on Monday and Tuesday, I can get caught up. They won't be the best edits ever with cool fancy stuff, but they'll get posted at least and cleaned up a little bit, and just so that we're all caught up, and then I can do what I want to do on a weekly basis instead of being so far behind. We're going to preview, we're going to make our predictions for Money in the Bank 2023 live from England. There's 7 matches confirmed. Not sure if they'll add any more, or if, or if there'll be any pre-show or anything like that. They haven't said anything like that, so we'll go through each match. We'll pick our winners, and we'll talk about it for a little bit, and we'll try to breeze through it as quick as possible. Make this about me a 10-12 minute video. That's me telling Kyle what our goal is here. That's not really necessary for you guys to hear, so maybe that'll get cut, maybe it won't. We'll give you a peek behind the curtain, but let's get going. One of 2 Money in the Bank championship matches, ladder matches. Go up to the ladder, grab the briefcase, bring it down. You get a contract to cash in on any championship you want. That's any of them: Universal, Intercontinental, tag team, whatever, I guess. That match is Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus LA Knight.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay.
Santos Escobar versus Butch versus Damian Priest and Logan Paul.
Boo.
A late addition, didn't have to qualify, just added to the match. You know how that goes.
He got paid. He paid his way in.
Bringing the normal 6-member match to 7. What do you think? I mean, on paper, this looks like a good match. Lots of good talent in there. Lots of flyers, risk takers, that kind of thing.
I think it's good. I think it'll come down to Ricochet, Damian Priest, LA Knight, and Shinsuke. I think Logan Paul cannot win. I personally want. Can I say who I personally want now?
Sure.
Okay, I personally want LA Knight to win. I think
you and a lot of people.
Yes, which now you say that I don't think he's going to win, but I mean that's my pick. I mean, you have your pick. I don't see it happening like that, but
you don't know my pick.
Okay.
You sometimes, when we talk, we a lot of times a little peek behind the curtain. Tom, Kyle, and myself have a text group where we talk about Raw as it's happening and things like that, and I like to say what I think might happen. That's not my prediction.
Okay.
I see it booking out that way.
Okay.
Or that's how I might book it, but that's not my prediction. If I predicted these things to go with what I wanted, I'd never win.
Which is why we have my GM.
right. Yeah. So, my prediction. I mean, you got Logan Paul. Or not Logan Paul. You got LA Knight. I wouldn't mind Damian Priest or LA Knight winning. You know, I basically would like everybody but Logan Paul. I don't care if any of those guys win or not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind any of those. They're all deserving.
Butch, though,
it would be interesting. It would be an interesting year. The Damian Priest of it all is the fun thing in it. That's the fun wrinkle, because he wins it. Finn wins later. Doesn't cash in on his now, probably beaten up buddy, or even worse, does he cash in after Finn loses? Maybe it interrupts the match even, because that's the thing. They could turn that into a 3-way match, and somehow Finn's on the outside looking in, doesn't realize what's happening. Seth, already taken a huge beating all the past 2 weeks, is already at at like maybe 70%, giving Priest an ample opportunity to win the match without Finn even being involved. And then you've got your dissolution of Judgment Day, which already has not entirely breaking apart, but at least the hint of Damian Priest branching off. It looks like that's something they're teasing, or some friction between Priest and Balor. Who knows what happens there? I wouldn't mind seeing Balor. Well, we'll talk about that later. Damian Priest winning it. That's kind of what I see them leaning towards. But I have a very good feeling that Logan Paul wouldn't be in this match if he wasn't going to win it. And that's what they see happening now. The report is Triple H doesn't want him to win. So we'll see. LA Knight is, I think, the fan favorite to win this one. So,
yes.
But my prediction, what I think will happen is Logan Paul wins. Again, it's what I think happens, not what I want to happen. All right. Segueing over to the women's side of things, the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Zelina Vega, Becky Lynch, Zoe Stark, Bayley, Io Sky, and Trish Stratus. A lot of first timers to the women's to the Money in the Bank match here, which is kind of cool. And you've also got a pair of friends in each, and for two of them, Zoe and Bayley. Zoe and Trish, and Bayley and Io. Even though there's been some hinting at tension there between Bayley and Io. So what do you think? And you got the Hall of Famer Trish Stratus in there, who is an interesting choice.
Yeah, this one, to me is not that clear cut as who a projected winner.
Yeah.
I want to see Zelina Vega win it. But that's
the feel good story right there.
But I think Becky Lynch is gonna get it.
Okay.
And then I think she's gonna go for Rhea next.
Yeah, I think it comes down to either Trish or Bayley. But I feel I don't really know her contract situation. I haven't been keeping on of how much she's appearing. Trish might be done after SummerSlam, so her winning the contract doesn't make sense to me. I think her getting involved with somebody in this match and starting a feud towards SummerSlam makes more sense. Like maybe Becky costs Trish the briefcase or something to that nature, or Zoe or something like that. Who knows? I think it's too early to break her and Zoe up, but I can see Trish staying with Zoe as a manager after SummerSlam, just not wrestling.
Right.
I think the best prediction. I mean, the one I want is Zelina. I want Zelina to win this. I want LWO to come out and put her on her shoulders, and just make a nice meal of that, and then just have her carrying that briefcase and just hinting at it, mind games and stuff like that. I think that'd be awesome. But I have a feeling it's going to be either Bayley or Trish.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
I won't be upset with this outcome, no matter what.
No, I agree.
Men's, if it's Logan, yes, I'll be upset, but not like me throwing something at the TV and ruining it. Upset, but
I might be confused if it goes to Zoe. That it's like a little soon, but you know.
Well, okay.
I still wouldn't be upset.
What if Zoe wins it for Trish?
I don't know. I don't know if they're allowed to just hand it over, so we'll see. It's a storyline. It's drama. So who knows? We'll see. All right, our first non-title singles match of the night. We're gonna go with Cody Rhodes versus Dom Mysterio, with Rhea Ripley, of course, hanging around. What do you think here?
There's definitely going to be interference from Rhea, but there could also be interference from Brock Lesnar too, just randomly popping in. So that's always a possibility, and that could be the journey to SummerSlam too. Again, God, Cody, it 100% Cody, but because unless something really drastic happens, like Brock Lesnar comes in and destroys Cody, there's no way I see Dominic winning.
Just real briefly, I want to talk about Cody Rhodes right now, and how I've become, like, I've always been a fan of Cody. Never a huge fan. I've liked him before Stardust. I liked him as when he had the mask on because he broke his nose and he was talking about how still better looking he is than everybody and all that kind of crap. And He's always had a good. I've always liked Cody Rhodes. I've always been a fan of the Rhodes family. Even Gold Dust, which scared me back in the day. Then I come to find out that, yeah, that Cody is a huge Legend of Zelda fan, and that he replays my favorite Zelda game, A Link to the Past, every year, and that he has ring gear inspired by Archangel and Mister Sinister from the X-Men, and that also Omega Red and Cyclops are his two favorite characters, along with the Inhumans, apparently. So, I'm just coming out of the closet here to say that I am a Cody Rhodes mark at this point. He's up there for me with CM Punk, as far as my two favorite active wrestlers. At this point, I think it's pretty great. He's doing good work. And in this match, I feel like Brock does come out, does lay Cody out as Cody's about to get the win, and then Dom picks up the pieces for the victory. And then that way, I mean, you even enhance Dom's hatred that the crowd has for him already, and you set up your SummerSlam rematch for Cody to beat Brock at SummerSlam.
Yes.
So that's my prediction. We'll see.
Yeah.
We shall see. All right. Intercontinental Championship match, Gunther versus Matt Riddle. I don't think there's a lot to talk about here.
Is there? It's going to be a one-sided match, I think, a lot. It's going to be good. It's going to be
a lot of meat.
Gunther.
Yeah, there's not a lot of meat to this bone here.
Yeah.
Meat on this bone. It's Gunther for sure. We'll see you later, Matt.
I wonder what animal he's going to be kicking out. Matt Riddle, I mean.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Oh, well, we see, here's a prediction. Will we see Cody's dog backstage again?
Pharaoh? I would have to assume
it's now canon in WWE storyline.
Yes. The only person that isn't is Brandy.
Well,
but
if
she's been mentioned.
If she carries over from her previous history in the WWE, then yes, she is still canon.
I don't see Pharaoh making the trip. I think he stayed back with Brandy, but he
is a comfort dog. He is a comfort animal.
Okay, well,
so he might have made the trip, but who knows?
Yeah,
they do have the WWE jet. So another one that I think is pretty much clear cut: the Women's Tag Team Championship match, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. With Ronda Rousey and Shayna talking all this crap about how they want to revitalize the tag team division for the women's group. It's great, and it's a good story. There's no division. You have you have like two actual tag teams in that division. The rest are just singles that are put together. You need to build tag teams that want to actually be tag teams at wrestlers, not singles that are part-time tag team people. This isn't a mega power situation. This is this is your tag team. They're going to wear the same gear. You're going to come up with a name for them. That's it. You know, if Liv and Raquel do that, which I think they should, great. I mean, but you've got the NXT, the two teams from NXT that have come up now. I think they're ready to go to help build this division. So, I mean, let's go. Let's rebuild it. But it's too soon then if they're the ones that want to be centerpieces for them to lose the championship. And I think it's too soon since Liv Morgan just came back. They're not going to take it. They're retaining. It's pretty simple, I think.
I'm going to go on the other route. I think that Raquel and Liv are going to be the new tag team champions again.
Is this what you want, or is this what you think is happening?
Both.
Okay.
Both. Like you said, I mean, the last actual female tag team that we had were the Iconics. And we haven't had anyone since. Liv and Raquel have come close. They've had same gear, or same color gear, whatever. But having a team name is their next step. So I think this is the first step into revitalizing the women's tag.
Yeah. Yeah, not having a team name. I mean, it's not big. I mean, you got the Hardy Boys, which is a tag team name, but it's just their names. Right. And you've got the Dudley Boys, you've got Edge and Christian. Again, those are names. But however, they were booked as tag teams. They were never booked as singles wrestlers at that point. They're always in the division looking for the tag titles. They're always together. It wasn't a 1-1 thing. Like it was, where Christian was, Edge was, and vice versa. Dudley Boys, the same thing. You knew you were getting it. So those were going to be tag team wrestlers. The Acolytes. I'm going back to the Attitude Era because that's when I think tag team wrestling was at its best, in my opinion. But and then you go to you go to the 2000s, and it's just, well, we're going to throw John Cena with the Big Show, or we're going to throw the Big Show with Jericho, or we're going to throw Jericho with Christian, and it's just this hodgepodge of tag teams that sometimes worked and were fun for 3 or 4 months, but that was all they were, is 3 or 4 months. All right. The 2 matches that are at the top of the list for me. We'll start with the Bloodline Civil War tag team match. This one is going to be it's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think I don't know what we're going to see on SmackDown. I'm sure they're going to record it tomorrow afternoon. And then
I think it's already recorded.
Oh, maybe. Okay. I know they're doing house shows or something earlier over in London town area,
or they might even or it might even be coming live from. So yeah, you're right.
So Bloodline, Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa with Paul Heyman versus the Usos, Jay and Jimmy. What do you think?
For one, Roman is not going to get pinned. That's for sure. Lordy, it's probably going to be Reigns and Solo winning.
All right. I want to go the Usos. I think the Usos get the win here. Although I do also have a feel of a schmaz ending where there is no finish, and it's like a double count out or something like that, where it's all taken to the outside, and maybe it never even starts. Maybe the bell never rings and they just beat the crap out of each other outside of the ring. And then they're saving something for SummerSlam. Who knows? We'll find out. I have a feeling we're not going to be defending the world. Well, no, I think you have to defend his title. The undisputed title has to get defended at SummerSlam. I don't know if there's one more pay-per-view before then or not, because this is kind of July/June Money in the Bank match. I'd have to look. I don't really know by there. I can just scroll up. Next is NXT Great American Bash, which is always fun. Yeah, SummerSlam is right after that. So we go through all of July with no PLE event, or PLE, just PLE. Then we get to SummerSlam on August 5th. Just a stone's throw away from where we sit right now.
Oh, I'm going to miss it.
In Detroit. All right, so you've got the Bloodline.
I've got the Tribal Chief.
Usos. All right, and then for the World Heavyweight Championship, the brand new title, champion Seth freaking Rollins versus Finn Balor of the Judgment Day. What say you, Kyle?
I say Seth with the disqualification with Damian Priest coming in.
And cashing in, or just getting involved?
Just getting involved.
As if trying to help Finn?
Yes.
But gets caught.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good way to add some friction there. Yeah, I guess it all really depends on his ladder match. What happens there. So that's kind of an indicator there. I'm actually going to go for the fun storyline. I dig Seth. I've always been a fan of Seth Rollins. I hate his entrance now, and I blame the fans for that. I don't mind the dancing. I don't mind any of that stuff. Being the Joker that he wants to be, this Joker character that he wants to be. I want to say Finn. I think Finn is the more fun choice here. Like I say, the fans have kind of ruined a little bit of this back and forth, which is why I think they had to do the recorded promo with Finn on Monday. But it was outstanding, that promo. It would have been fun to have that be a face-to-face type of thing. Those are always way more intense, and just when they feed off each other that way, it's a lot better. It's hard to feed off when the crowd is being stupid like that. Like I don't want to say stupid, being a crowd, I guess. They weren't there. I mean, they paid their money. They want to do that. But to me, it got to a point where it was hijacking the show, whether that was their intention or not. They're having a good time, and that's their guy. I get it. But at the same time, come on, I also paid to be here, and I also want to see my guy. So like, you know, let's chill for a minute. You had your 20 minutes of singing. Let's take it down a notch. So I want to go Finn. I want to say Finn. I think Finn is the fun choice. Gives us a chance for a rematch at SummerSlam. Because I think either, regardless, I don't think this storyline's over. I think Seth versus Finn goes on for another month. Because there's a lot behind it. It's not just, it's 7 years of history between these two guys. On top of that, you can even go back further, even though they didn't interact there. Seth was the first champion in NXT. Finn was probably the biggest champion of that era. So like, yeah, I mean, and then Finn loved his time in NXT so much he went back. And then Seth also did the same thing. So I think they're both proud of the work they did down there, and so I think there's some of that too. But yeah, that's it. That's our predictions for Money in the Bank 2023. Lock it in, take it to the bank, hit up Vegas, and put some money. Don't do that. Not based off our guesses. If you want to do it on your own, sure. I'm sure there's a DraftKings thing out there or something you can do. I have no idea. This is not an advertisement or a sponsorship. I'm done. Okay, forget it. We will probably, we'll do this again for SummerSlam. Why not? That's a big event. This is always a lot of fun. Maybe we'll get Tom on here or Brandon. This was kind of a last minute idea, so we just kind of threw it together, and hopefully I made it look pretty and fun and cool, and you guys enjoyed it. And Kyle, thanks for hanging out with me for a couple minutes.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, we will see you all later. Hit up AtomicGeekdom.com for all the latest stuff we got going on. There's new articles up there right now. Actually, a book review, I think, just got posted from our friend Matt. Subscribe and hit the thumbs up button for this video and our webpage, or our YouTube page, excuse me. It'll be notified every time a video goes live, like one of these or anything else that randomly pops into our head that we want to create some content for. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bang, bang.